Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Tuesday, April 14, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, union demands suspension of Neopeople biometric rollout in the public service, citing privacy and transparency concerns. BEWJ protests against BEL for severance. 2026 hurricane season predicted to be slightly below average, and BPF leader says Ministry of Health treating citizens like sheep. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
When the job calls, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. Strong, reliable, and built for the load. The Jack Freight Truck gets the job done. From the lumberyard to the work site, power your business with confidence. I can count on Jack to get the job done right.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente, ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progreso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet, with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
I overwhelmed. I don't even know how to talk right now.
Estamos súper emocionados, estoy temblando, súper agradecida con todo. Ellos súper felices.
I received a whole 2-bedroom house for me and my son and my daughter right here. So it's more than emotional. Thanks very much.
I'm grateful as a single parent right now to actually own one.
I feel like a load has been lifted off my shoulder receiving this key today. Currently, I'm living with my sister. I'm invading her privacy, so this changes a lot, not only for me, but for her.
I'm like, keep on my knees. I keep on praying and I keep on asking God, let this be successful this time, because I have already tried 4 times. Everything done, baby. Everything done. No more hunger, no more starvation.
We want to thank the Ministry of Housing. We want to thank Minister Julius, the members of the housing team that were able to partner with us, partner with Fort George to be able to provide for these ladies.
I'm very grateful that we have this program that can support individuals like her who are, trying to live the right way and trying to provide for their families. Our job is to support them and to give them a lifting hand.
All families are deserving of a dignified home. All children are certainly deserving of having their own place. I believe in this government. I believe in the ministry, the minister, the leadership of MIDH, and I believe in the leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño.
Thank you.
In a democracy, what is good for the government cannot be bad for the people. And what is good for the people cannot be bad for the government.
We came a long way. It's like over 16 years that it was basically like 2-3 houses in that area.
It was wild.
One high bush like jungle.
I want to take my lick. Say no water, no light. I tell her no about that. We have figured it out.
You wonder how long it will take for this to happen.
A year ago, you were considered squatters.
We made a picado and we came in.
I'm a teenager.
Everybody said it was swamp, it was swamp. When we get in here, it was like gold.
Today, you're landowners.
Very
this that for we, and we proud of this.
Now we are claiming our house on the land.
We have worked so hard to make this happen for us.
This is a beautiful day, folks, because we are taking care of people who have taken care of us. Because we wouldn't be here today without you.
Belize is leveling up. We're moving from a bunch of IDs in endless forms to one secure, smart way to prove who you are. The National ID will give you your own unique number, a protected population register, and faster verification, so things actually get done quicker. It's built with privacy, transparency, and inclusion because this system is for everyone. Have something to say? Join the public consultation.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Globally, data privacy and employee rights concerns have been raised about the use of biometric systems with facial and fingerprint recognition in the workplace. Now that the government of Belize is rolling out the Neo People company's easy clock in and out time and attendance biometric system across the public service, Union President Dean Flowers is flagging the lack of consultation and called for the installation of devices to be suspended. Notably, a March 25, 2026 Freedom of Information Act requests flowers sent to the Financial Secretary requesting financial information regarding the contract has not even been acknowledged. In its FOIA request, the PSU demands procurement and contract details, contract documentation, corporate information on neopeople, and justification and approval. The announcement was made via circular on February 2, 2026, and applies to leave management and performance appraisals. In a letter to Public Service CEO Rolando Zetina on February 5, Flowers cited data rights and privacy risks, algorithmic management and potential bias in shortlisting, performance appraisals, and attendance monitoring, and lack of clarity on the phased-in registration. Questioning the need for the new system, Flowers wrote, quote, "Many ministries already possess functional biometric machines, and all ministries currently utilize the GOP-developed and functioning leave management system," end quote.
System will digitize a public officer's entire life within the public service. When he come, when he go, when he gets sick, when he never gets sick, when he take holiday, when he never take holiday, it will digitize all its records. Your P-file, any letters, any correspondence, whether employment or otherwise, disciplinary, your life will now be managed by a third party. A third party where God knows who managed them, how secure they are. We don't know. Later on this month, we've been invited to a meeting with that third party so that we can ask some questions of them so that we can be satisfied to be able to say to public officers that we're okay with your life being digitized by a third party. Bear in mind, we have what ISO approved and call it, ISO approved C2, you know. We have one secure central information technology organization paid for by taxpayers, managed by public officers, who recently created a database first to digitize leave, who should have been looking at how do we amalgamate all the biometrics machines across this country to be managed by them. But no, we throw all that investment away. We throw all the investment away that we've made in these privatized biometrics machines across the country, and we're going to go get a whole new one.
The Minister of the Public Service, Henry Usher, today said it's not so treacherous.
It's an exaggeration of what is happening. What is going on is that for attendance purposes, persons walking into the building, if you walk into the Treasury building and you're an employee there, you have to use your fingerprint to get in. It just shows when you arrive, when you leave. So it was for those purposes that those devices were put into government offices. So it's an attendance record. In the past, it used to be in a logbook. We're moving towards more the use of technology, and we're better able to monitor the public officers when they attend, when they arrive, and when they leave. So it's not about biometrics. It's more about attendance and leaving.
How is that data kept and handled, though, to ensure privacy, and not to say that, okay, we're a partner with the US in terms of biometrics in other areas, and they will end up with our personal data?
So you have to remember that whenever we sign on to any type of online platform, our information is put out there. I'm sure you have Facebook and Instagram and everything else. That information is freely shared by those platforms. We don't even know that those platforms share that information, but we see it when it comes to the algorithms. We see it when it comes to marketing, and certain products are pushed towards persons. Why? Because they monitor the websites or the Instagram posts that person could look at. So information in the digital world is out there. You are absolutely right. The information that is being collected in terms of arrivals, leaving, attendance register, that information has to be confidential, has to be protected, and that is why whatever the company that is utilizing that or manages that has to sign a confidentiality agreement with the government of Belize to protect that information.
Do you know offhand the name of that company, and do the public officers have to give consent?
So in the public service regulations, it does speak about digital attendance records. So it's not a matter of having to give an additional consent, but when you become a public officer, you do know that your attendance will be tracked, either in a manual form or in a digital form. The Treasury Department, I'm not sure which company they are using. They implemented that system on their own, but we're trying to centralize that system using a platform that the government of Belize utilizes.
Members of the Belize Energy Workers for Justice, BEWJ, protested in front of Belize Electricity Limited headquarters in Belize City at midday today. They are demanding to be paid severance, arguing that contrary to the company's assertions, their pension scheme did not explicitly include severance as required by law. Dorla Stain is the BEWJ's main spokesperson.
Make this appeal to BEL, the Labor Department, because they are the one who are the gatekeepers for workers' rights in this country. So we call on the Minister of Labor, we call on the Prime Minister, he as well. They look around, every day the news is on the television, they know of the ruling, so we must call on them to do the right thing. You have workers who are, as we stand, people are getting ill. 2 workers just dropped in the week and is fighting for their life in the hospital. They could use those money.
Your group is at how many?
We are approximately 150 so far that has come forward.
And what do you say to BEL? They put out a statement the day of the press conference late in the afternoon, but I don't know that they ever responded to you after that.
That same response that they put out in a press release, the next morning they put it formal in a letter to us, but it was saying the same thing.
You envision that this matter is going to end up in court?
At this point, it's possible, but we are making the appeal that I don't think we should go there because it's like turning the wheel. How far higher can you go on the CCJ? So why do workers have to go to attorneys now to get them to rule and to act on a judgment already, comply? But it may be, we can't say no. It just depends on how it plays out, how they decide, how long they will have their hearts hardened like Pharaohs. They are behaving like we are some workers planting the corn back in Pharaoh days.
Stain said they would regroup after today's protests and decide if they will continue demonstrating. The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season is forecast to be near to below average with 11 to 16 named storms, 4 to 7 hurricanes, and 2 to 4 major hurricanes, which are Category 3 or higher. The historical average is 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. The season begins June 1 and concludes on November 30. We spoke with the chief meteorologist, Ronald Gordon.
We're expecting a moderate to strong El Nino to develop at the peak of this hurricane season. And just to refresh your memory, an El Nino typically means a more vertical wind shear, disrupting hurricanes on this part of the ocean or this part of the globe. So therefore, for this hurricane season, the forecast is going for just a bit below normal. The important thing, as we always say, don't study those numbers because just one hurricane could impact us and make it being very bad. So again, reminding citizens, be alert, be aware, and be prepared.
During a press conference with the media on Monday, Dr. Melissa Diaz-Musa, the Director of Public Health and Wellness, explained that the eventual move to require a prescription to obtain birth control medication is to push women to see doctors regularly. Dr. Diaz-Musa said this would eventually help women better address potential comorbidities or the presence of 2 or more diseases or medical conditions in a patient. Today, leader of the Belize People's Front, BPF, Nancy Marin, said that the explanation sounds nice, but it still doesn't change the fact that they are forcing women to seek health care in a specific way. She says they're expecting women to follow like sheep.
It actually doesn't, because in paper it looked good, and that's why I call this type of government the performative government, because it looks good on paper, and I'm sure in their heads it sounds good when they say it, but it's not the reality on the ground. And the fact is that us women, we have fought for the right to vote. We have fought for women's liberation, for the right to have jobs, for the right to everything we've had to fight, right? And for them to come and dictate that we have to do it this way is a slap in the face for us women that have stood. Like I consider myself one of those women that have fought. I have fought tooth and nail for basically everything, survival in this country. And for them to tell me that my daughters have to go for a prescription because they say so is a slap in the face. Women right now can choose whether they want to go for a prescription or whether they want to buy it over the counter. And that is freedom. I don't see any scientific backup from them to say that what they're saying is true, that the pills are certain types, unless they bring in, again, they allow pharmaceuticals to come in from India that we don't know what it is. Unless that's what they're allowing, then I think that we're at risk. But so far, I don't see any scientific evidence for anything that Dr. Musa had said. But I want to live in a country where women are free to choose how we go about our health, what we do with our bodies. I want to know that if a policy is being made for us women, that we are consulted and that it is what the people want. Governance has to start to be from the bottom up. It cannot be that they are governing from the top. They're not consulting with us, and then we just have to follow like sheep.
Marin also expressed her disappointment that women have not protested the move. She also called out Belizeans for being coward.
And I'm actually appalled, and I said surprised in my post, but I'm actually appalled that women are not on the streets right now, because that is taking us 50 years back for what we have fought. I have heard from other women. I mean, privately we've discussed it. And you hear both sides. Some women say, oh, it's good. Some women need to be forced to do the right thing. That's not what we fought for. We should not be forced to do the right thing. And you're right. You've noticed, and everybody's noticed, that I've been really quiet, really silent about a lot of issues that I don't agree with, that I would have in the past been on the streets fighting, organizing protests for, and I've just been silent because, like many people, I've become jaded with and if I may be completely candid, I am very jaded with the way our Belizean people are so coward. Unity is the best way for change, is the best way for progress. But here we are, we sit divided, and all of these policies, these laws that mean nothing, that look good on paper, and when the Prime Minister and the ministers say their speeches, they sound like it's going good, but we are feeling it on the ground. It's not trickling to us, but yet we sit and we take it.
After the break, Cabinet Minister says consultation was required before contraceptives regulation enforcement, and search intensifies for missing Indian Creek alcalde. Unrest erupts in village. Stay with us.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapada en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que te va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿sabes?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
Cabinet Minister Henry Usher was asked to weigh in on the birth control prescription controversy. And while he took a hands-off approach, he admitted that proper consultation is required on the matter.
When it comes to reproductive rights, I don't think any man is in a position to be able to comment on that. We play a very small, minor role when it comes to the reproductive process. So I will be guided by what the women of this country are saying, and that is my only thing I can say about that.
So constituents not come to you, they complain and raise hell about it?
So far, no, but I have seen the complaints generally. I've seen the complaints online. And again, going back, I think that there could have been better communication. I think that there could have been more consultation on this matter before it is being implemented. I know that from the Ministry of Health's perspective, it's something that they have been working on to try to get more of the laws that affect pharmaceuticals implemented. That I do think that there are too many areas that pharmaceuticals it's too open, it's too broad. But in this particular area, I have no expertise and I cannot comment on that.
But in terms of being able to strike a balance though, because people feel that the Ministry of Health is ignoring reality and being out of touch, that you have, it is going to represent an increase in costs for the marginalized, for people in rural communities, at $60 extra. I don't know if consultation fee gone up in the private, and some people rush to the private because they feel that they're going to get quicker service there. How do we strike that balance to ensure that there are not going to be real negative effects to it?
I think it's important that, and I'm happy to see that the Ministry of Health has taken a step back and has acknowledged that there are issues that perhaps they did not anticipate and they could have anticipated beforehand. And so you are seeing more dialogue, more communication among the different organizations that are representing women in this particular regard. So those issues, I think that the Minister of Health and the Ministry of Health, the technical persons in that ministry would be better able to answer. As like I said, I'm in no position. I am guided by what the women of this country are saying.
An investigation is underway following the disappearance of Marcos Canty, the 41-year-old first alcalde of Indian Creek, Toledo. Canty was last seen leaving his home at approximately 2:30 p.m. on Monday to tend to his farm near Pine Hill, Toledo. Concerns grew when he failed to return, prompting his wife, Elfina Canty, and a friend to search the area at 4 p.m. They discovered his bicycle, machete, and a basket of freshly harvested tomatoes abandoned on the ground. Investigators noted signs of a physical struggle at the scene. Police have since confirmed that 5 individuals have been detained for questioning as the investigation into the suspected abduction continues. Today, Honorable Dr. Louis Zabané, Minister of Indigenous Affairs, gave an update on the investigation.
Yeah, we were informed yesterday evening of the situation. A little later in the night, we had gotten a false report that he was found. Unfortunately, it was a false report, and it is still the case now that he is missing. Of course, it is very unfortunate to have that situation escalate to that point if it is that this is related to the situation of contention between the two groups in the village. We still don't know that for sure. The police were in the village last night, and all the reports we got was that included that the village council chairman's home was visited by opposing members of the village, and that the Yakshe facility was also assaulted, if you will, by some angry villagers in the wee hours of this morning. Presently, we understand that the police have taken the second alcalde and the chairman of the village to Punta Gorda for safety purposes, as we were informed, and that the tensions are still quite high. So that's the latest that I have.
Elfina Canty told police that her husband had received threats just 1 day prior to his disappearance. She believes the incident is directly linked to volatile and ongoing land disputes within the community. Dr. Zabané also believes Canty's disappearance stemmed from the land disputes.
As you know, we had responded to information that the alcalde was issuing certificates and demarcating, surveying out areas and giving out these certificates to members of the village. And from the ministry side, we asked him to cease and desist because the only entity that can do that legally is the Ministry of Natural Resources. Now, this is a matter for the police where we have some, we have the alcalde missing, and we are hopeful that it would be resolved in a positive way, but we don't know how that will turn out as yet. No? In the meantime, we certainly appealing our Director of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Mr. Rekena, is in very, very close communication with all parties on the ground. Minister Oscar Rekena as well, this village is in his constituency, is in close communication with them. And we're appealing to all sides to take a peaceful path that we have been promoting for many months now, that there is a process in place that we're asking them to follow, and that we're almost to the end of that process. People on the ground would know that we have been engaged with them. I myself and our director have met with both sides together at the community center a few months ago. Minister Rekena just met with them like 2 weeks ago We have been engaged fully with them. And, there has been this impatience with the process.
Just before Easter, the Belize Bus Association held a press conference after sending a letter to the Minister of Transportation, Honorable Dr. Louis Sabané, requesting fuel subsidy, exemption from GST for fuel and parts, or an increase in bus fares. Dr. Sabané confirmed the BBA's letter was shared with the Cabinet, which would discuss the matter further after Easter. Last week, the government denied the BBA's request, stating that a fare increase would burden commuters and asked for patience as it expected fuel prices would stabilize soon. Transportation CEO Chester Williams informed BBA President Philip Jones that the matter would be revisited if fuel prices remain high. On Monday, Jones informed that the BBA held an emergency meeting where members decided to request a meeting with the Prime Minister. He said the members feel that Sabané is being biased as they opted not to join the National Bus Company. Jones said that the operators need some relief in the interim to offset costs and keep their buses on the highway. On Monday, ASP Stacy Smith praised the officers of the K9 unit, both the two- and the four-legged variety. ASP Smith said that the unit's officers have been instrumental in solving cases, most notably the recent drug bust in Lords Bank Police District. After the break, a man hospitalized following Ladyville shooting, one man charged. Stay with us.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP, 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria, con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m., en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This is a Jack X200. This is a very recommendable vehicle. Storage capacity to the max, right? Fuel efficient, easy rider, AC not a play, the pump, comfortable, and it carry me to all my destination. I can count on Jack to take me and my packages where I need to go. I recommend it anytime. We're the best from the West.
I overwhelmed. I don't even know. I don't even know how to talk right now.
Estamos súper emocionados, estoy temblando, súper agradecida con todo. Ellos súper felices.
I received a whole 2-bedroom house for me and my son and my daughter right here. So it's more than emotional.
I'm grateful as a single parent right now to actually own one.
I feel like a load has been lifted off my shoulder receiving this key today. Currently, I'm living with my sister. I'm invading her privacy, so this changes a lot, not only for me, but for her.
I'm like, keep on my knees. I keep on praying and I keep on asking God, let this be successful this time, because I have already tried 4 times.
Everything done, baby. Everything done. No more hunger, no more starvation.
We want to thank the Ministry of Housing. We want to thank Minister Julius, the members of the housing team that were able to partner with us, partner with Fort George to be able to provide for these ladies.
I'm very grateful that we have this program that can support individuals like her who are, trying to live the right way and trying to provide for their families. Our job is to support them and to give them a lifting hand.
All families are deserving of a dignified home. All children are certainly deserving of having their own place. I believe in this government. I believe in the ministry, the minister, the leadership of MIDH, and I believe in the leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño.
Thank you.
On Saturday evening in Ladyville, Belize District, 28-year-old Lionel Logan was injured in a shooting incident which left him hospitalized with a gunshot wound to the stomach. The circumstances surrounding the shooting remain unclear. However, on Monday evening, police revealed that 30-year-old Akeem Ferguson of Ladyville was arrested and charged with the crimes of attempted murder, use of deadly means of harm, and dangerous harm. Prior to that arrest, ASP Stacy Smith had given the media an update on the shooting incident. Police are investigating a brazen daylight robbery of $15,000 in jewelry that occurred Saturday afternoon at the Michael Finnegan Market in Belize City. The victim, 46-year-old Belizean-American nurse assistant Yolanda Welch, was reportedly packing up her stall along West Colette Canal around 1 p.m. when two men ambushed her. According to reports, one of the suspects punched the woman in the face before grabbing two heavy gold Cuban link chains from around her neck. Stolen were a gold chain with a cross pendant valued at $9,300 and a second gold chain with a Y initial valued at $5,700. Both men fled the scene on foot toward the Raccoon Street area. On Monday, ASP Stacey Smith told the media that police have since detained one person. Approximately $22,700 in high-value equipment and building materials were stolen from a construction site along the Hummingbird Highway in Cayo on Monday. According to police, the theft was discovered when workers at the Selva Sala resort site noted that several items had been carted away. The stolen inventory is primarily composed of expensive solar and power equipment, including 10 Power Gen Plus solar panels, 3 Lux PowerTech batteries, 1 Champion brand generator, 1 DeWalt palm sander, and 2 metal doors. The high price point of the specialized batteries and solar panels suggests the items may be offered for resale in the renewable energy market. Police are investigating. And police have launched an investigation into a daytime robbery that took place at a grocery store on Blue Marlin Drive in Belize City on Monday at around 3:22 p.m. According to police, they responded to the scene after receiving a distress call from the establishment. The store owner, 64-year-old Zinye Zhang, told police that two men entered the premise and targeted the checkout area. One suspect reportedly produced a firearm and pointed it at Zhang while demanding cash. The second suspect is reported to have jumped over the counter and emptied an undisclosed amount of money from the register. Both assailants then fled the scene before police arrived. No injuries were reported. Police investigation continues. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.